Viewers, thank you for following us and welcome back to another episode of Football Sports Stream. You said last week we brought you a sensational episode and we told you we were hearing rumors as in the Black Stars having a new coach, Chris Houghton. And I had a couple of people calling and saying, are you sure the news you are bringing out is authentic? And I said, come on, do you know what we do, Football Sports Stream? We will never bring you a fake news. And now, here it goes. It's a done deal, confirmed that Chris Houghton will be the new Black Star head coach. And also, we are also hearing that he will be assisted by Otto Addo and Ibrahim Tanko. But with that, we will bring you a more confirmation. And also, please, viewers, don't forget, we've had a couple of people registering, calling to put down their names for the Footnote Sports Trivia. And don't forget, Footnote Sports Trivia, we said it's a challenge. How well do you know your club? How well do you think you know your club? If you know your club and you believe that you can compete, just write your name and either by calling us or WhatsApping us, we will put your name down. Please remember, the registration we are talking about is not you are going to pay something. It's free. It's totally free. Just call us, or you can even on the comment section just write your name and just tell us, oh, register me, and we will put your name down for the challenge. It is coming off. We're starting with a fire coming our next episode, so please watch out for Footnote Sports Trivia. Also, we told you we will be bringing you the details about the Olympic. Olympic started, that's the indoor Olympic, that's the winter Olympic. It started just yesterday, 5th February, and it's going to run from 5th February to 11th February. So, viewers, we will be giving you updates as in what is going on in the Winter Olympics. As we are in China, we will definitely be bringing you some news that is going on. And also, remember, Ghana is also repping with our beautiful colors, red, gold, and green, with our Black Star in it. And also, the schedule is on the screen, so you can watch from 5th to 11th February. The Winter Olympics will be ongoing. And also, we can't be here without talking about the Afcon finals. Last week, you saw what our analysts told you. You heard what they told. They gave you a detail. They gave you what will be going on between Senegal, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, and Egypt. And you saw it on the field. They told you that they are not confident with some teams. They are fully confident with some other teams. And as usual, we are having the two Liverpool players. And as usual, I cannot give all the credit to the Liverpool players, but also, the Chelsea keeper is also there doing great wonders. So my analysts will be diving deep into the Afcon and also the players and what they are expecting and who they think can win this Afcon. So it's our time. Let's welcome our analysts. All right, viewers, welcome back to Footnote Sports Stream. So if you're watching us, we gave you the highlights, and today we are fortunate enough to have 3 analysts on the show. We have Abeku as usual. It's always joining me in the studio.
It's a pleasure.
And today I have 2 analysts, some wonderful analysts who has joined us all the way from Ghana, and he's also going to share his thought about the finals, the Afcon finals, and the Black Star head coach. So I have with me Mohammed on Skype. Mohammed, how are you doing? Okay. And also, viewers, we have Cyril. Cyril, welcome to Footnote Sports Stream.
Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Okay. All right. So, viewers, we have Abeku in the studio and Mohammed and Cyril on Skype, who they are going to share their thoughts, their minds on the head coach and the Afcon final. So if you're watching us this Footnote Sports Stream, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please kindly click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, you'll get notified. And also, don't forget that Footnote Sports Trivia is ongoing. Just you, as I told you, you can write your name on the comment section, and also you can also call our lines on the screen, both our WhatsApp line and our normal line, or you can even email us, then register your name. Okay, so we are going to start the section. We started with the head coach Chris Houghton. You see, Footnote Sports Stream, we bring you the good news, the real news. We have our team working behind the scenes. So any news we bring online is not fake, it's a genuine news. Last week we told you we have rumors going that Chris Houghton is on the verge of becoming Black Star head coach. And now it's confirmed and it's a done deal. So our analysts will also wrap up like what they are going to say about Chris Houghton and what they expect him to do. So today we're going to start with Mohammed on Skype. Mohammed, so about Chris Houghton, we talked about him in our last episode. So what else are you still going to say about him with his managerial skills bringing on board?
Thank you once again for this opportunity. I still will stand by my words in the previous episodes that I made it clear that Ghana, we need not rush in making certain decisions. One thing I am not happy about this particular decision at this moment. Why? Because it is something we see it as going to be one easy task for Houghton, but it's not an easy task. We have barely a month to go. We have 2-leg tie between us and Nigeria. I was expecting the GFA and then the sports ministry to at least appoint somebody who has assisted in this coaching spheres for this interim match. And then what will happen is when we are done with the stance will be like, if this particular coach performs or does not perform, he or she leaves the scene. Then from there we come in and then get Houghton. I didn't expect our GFA appointing or our sports ministry appointing Houghton at this point, because it's going to be a very tough task for him. And you know one thing that is going to happen, if Houghton is not able to succeed in this 2-leg encounter for us, it is going to be a done deal game for him, because nobody is going to give him that chance. And you know, Ghanaians, we have high expectations. No matter what you do, we are going to expect more from Houghton. And so at the end of the day, if you tell him to go and play this, you appoint him at this crucial moment of your time, and you have a lot of people supporting him, given the fact that he has done well in Nottingham Forest, in Brighton, and so I am thinking that it's going to be a very tough moment for Houghton, and it's not the right time for this appointment. I was thinking maybe we should find. The last time I made it clear that it is going to be a good call for us if we appoint him. But now the appointment, is it going to be for the interim? Is it going to be for the Nigeria clash, or is it going to be long term? You get it? We don't understand. What we wanted to understand is that, are we going to get a coach that will fit in for us for the Nigeria clash, and then afterwards we get a permanent coach? Now we have appointed Houghton at this crucial moment. I am thinking that is not a good call as far as this particular moment is concerned. We should have at least held on for a while, get an interim coach. He plays Ghana, Nigeria. If we are through, fine. If we are not through, we pick Houghton, so that he starts afresh, build our team, because I've always made a point that we need rebuilding. That is what we we are still doing the try and error.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so Mohammed, but I heard that you will be assisted with Otto Addo and Ibrahim Tanko. So let's hear from Cyril. Cyril, what is your take on Chris Houghton being assisted by Otto Addo and Ibrahim Tanko?
All right. Thanks a lot for having me on the show. Now, I listened to what Mohammed said about not being so sure about Chris for now. So he would want it to be that probably there'll be an interim coach. Then after the how do you call it, the qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers, then he could be appointed. Fine, it could work that way. But now let's get to know who Chris is in the first place. So he coached 167 matches, and out of that he won 41, which represents 24.6%. He drew 48 times, which is 28.71%, and he lost 78 times, which is 46.7%. So when you look at the rate of his loss, is very high. Now, when you look at the goals his team scored, that was 163 goals, as against goals he conceded, which is 257. He started his career as a left back. So for a left back, you can have you could think about it that for a defender, at least if not for anything, your team should be more solid at the back. Then probably maybe you struggle with goals going forward. Fine, we have all those things, but when you currently look at those who are running for the Ghanaian job, Chris Otto and Ibrahim Tanko, when you weigh them on a scale, Chris is the one with a lot of experience as compared to the rest of them. When you look at on his profile, you could see he's a builder. He builds with time, giving the things that he needs to work with. One thing I liked about him was he started reaching out to some of the players even before he was appointed. That was a clever trick on his part. Reaching out to Odoi, and I heard he'll be reaching out to Salisu and co with time. Now, if we're able to get all these players on board, you see, we've been talking about the fact that we need time to rebuild the team. True, that's fine. But ask about the age of these players. Partey is over 25 years. Dede is old. They are all old. Now, the problem is not the real, but these guys have been playing ball from a very young age. They already know how to play. The problem is to build a united team where each player understands the playing, like the plan of each other. I know your weakness, you also know my weakness. So it's all about a coach who would be a unifier. Because if you put our team on paper, these guys are good. They are really, really good. You can't tell me Salisu is a beginner. No. All the players that would be in our starting 11, they are big guys in their clubs.
Yeah.
So now we just need a coach who would be able to convince them that, you know what, you are good players, but it's now time for you to unite behind the common cause. We need to qualify for the World Cup at all costs. So because of that, we have to win this tie. Now, in winning this tie, what do? Let's get united. Let's know, oh, this is your style of play. This is what will suit you. Then based on that, you could easily form a team. Just look at the success of Tuchel. Tuchel didn't need time to know the Chelsea players before he made them work. So it's up to the coach.
Okay. All right. So
we are now coming back to the studio. So, Abeku, hearing from Mohammed and Cyril, what are you going to add to what they are saying on Chris Houghton?
Yes, I think I've listened to the fantastic submission made by my colleagues. But from my perspective, from what I think that Houghton doesn't have the qualification to handle a national team because he only has club side experience and all that. So he has not tried to manage even under 17 of a different country or maybe 20 or the youth thing. So I think it's a doom. It's a doom for him because one, see the level of unity. The unity in the Black Stars is very low. So is he going to be the man to bring the unity? I don't think so. We have Otuado. I think we need to believe in Otuado for the interim time because because he has been an assistant coach and he knows the team. He knows the in and out. And what I think the problem is going to come in is the GFA doesn't support the Chris appointment, and the Ministry of Sports is trying to force the deal. So at the initial stages, there's confusion already. But I don't know what we should expect. Like, for me, I don't expect Ghana to qualify. To qualify for the World Cup, but let's see how it goes. Yes, because they are not prepared. They are not prepared enough to.
All right, we will definitely come back on this head coach issue. Okay, so let's go to the Afcon finals. That is something that is going to happen tomorrow on 6th February. Yeah, between Egypt and Senegal. In our last episode, we talked about it. And we gave our submissions, we gave our idea, we talked about it, we talked about both teams. But now we're going to listen from our three analysts what they are also going to say about the final. Because a final is final. Finals is different from playing group stages, and finals is also different from playing round of 16. So final, every team has to bring its all. So our analysts will dive deep into this matter. I'm going to start with Cyril, but before then, viewers, if you're watching us this Footnote Sports stream, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Okay, so Cyril, back to our discussion. Afcon finals between Egypt and Senegal. What is your take on?
Very, very dicey game. Yeah. Very, very. This is not a game which we can classify it as the best of the best. No, these are two teams who are more committed. Now, when you look at the statistics of both teams, Egypt has against Senegal. Egypt has 6 wins, that's 50%. Senegal has 4 wins, that's 33%, and they have 2 draws. Now, you could see from the statistics, the margin of wins between Egypt and Senegal is very low. And also, most of the games, the highest score line you would have is 2-0. So that means it's going to be a game where you can't be decided by a lot of goals. Because each team is well tactically drilled. When you look at the Egyptian teams, let's analyze it from the keepers. We have Mohamed Abu Gabal as against Edouard Mendy. Now, one thing I liked about Egyptian philosophy was they banned Egyptian clubs from taking foreign goalkeepers. The reason why they did that was to help the local goalkeepers to groom them. So you could see that with Egypt, anytime they come to a tournament, their goalkeepers are above 30 onwards. They have the experience. Now, when you look at from the group phases till now, he has conceded few goals. Mendy didn't play the first 2 games, but he played the subsequent games. Now, when you look at it, if this game should be decided on penalties, I'll give the win to Egypt. Because even at Chelsea, Mendy knows, Tuchel knows Mendy is not good with penalties. Yeah. So he brings on Kepa. Now, when you look at the defense of Egypt, the next point, the defense of Egypt, after their last game, they all of them had a 7/10 rating. That's good. They played as a team. In the first half, they had to soak up the pressure from the Cameroonians. And in the second half, they came out to play. It was good. On paper, if you compare the Egyptian team against the Senegalese team, the Senegalese are ahead. Now, the last part is going to be 2 talisman. Now, to win this game, I'll tell you, it will take a psychologist to win the game. The reason why I'm saying this is the fact that a coach should give both players. So let's say if I'm Mane, what will be going through my mind now is, I've always, for some time now, been in the shadows of Salah. This is my peak season. My country hasn't won the Afcon before with the likes of Elaji Diop and co. So I could write my name in history. That's what would be on my mind. Now, in Salah's mind too, he'll be thinking, the moment I win this, I stand a chance of winning Ballon d'Or. So it's going to be a game of both minds. It's not going to be a game of classical finishing, classical football. It's going to be who wants it more. Who is more hungry for the success. Now, when you look at Senegal, they have never won an Afcon. When you look at Egypt, they have 7. Now, experience also counts in finals. And based on that, I think it would, and even after this, I think they would even meet again for the World Cup qualifiers. So just it's like a home and away tie.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you look at this carefully, I would prefer Senegal win, but my heart is telling me this is for Egypt.
Okay.
There's no way Senegal can have it. And I also want to pose this question. Please, can I pose this question to the viewers?
Okay.
Let's say if Ghana was in such a situation, would we prefer winning an Afcon over qualifying for the World Cup?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. So, viewers, if Ghana is to be in this situation, would you prefer Ghana winning Afcon over qualifying to World Cup? It's up to you. Type it on your the comment section. Okay, so let's move to Mohammed. Mohammed, what is your take on? Or you would love to answer the question?
I think my colleague has really submitted or given us every detail of this game. But I also want to tackle it from one angle. You see, one thing that is going to happen in this game is that this particular encounter has divided Africans into 2. Now, a section of Africans are confused as to whether are we throwing our weight behind Mohamed Salah, who has had a very brilliant season. We all know that now what Mohamed Salah needs to be a Ballon d'Or winner is the Afcon. And let's be guided that it was in 1995 that an African won, maybe let me say, a world best player award. And ever since, we have not even come close. So Africans are tied to this particular session as to whether are we going for Mohamed Salah winning the tournament, so that at the end of the day, we will get another African winning the world best. That's one. And 2, when we come to Senegal, a lot of people are also rooting for Senegal because, one, you know, their coach, Ali Cisse, in 2002, that penalty miss is in the minds of Africans. And then the other, this particular Senegal issue is that Ali Cisse has taken this team for 7 years. The last Afcon, he went to finals, he never won it. This one, he has come to the finals again. And a lot of people are saying that this guy has really, really made a statement for African and local-based coaches. And so at the end of the day, people will want him to win so that it will prove or it will make a statement for several local coaches who are also trying to make headlines as far as coaching in the African terrain is concerned.
Okay.
Now Cyril made reference to stats. And look at the stats that he gave. The last 2 matches that these 2 great African giants played, it was Senegal that won the last 2 matches, though Egypt stands ahead of them. When you look at the stats, the last matches that was played, it was Senegal that won. I have made it clear to all our viewers that Egypt started on a slow note. They built on it. They met teams that no one thought they could meet. They started poorly and have gradually gained confidence to reach the semi-finals. And then when they got to the semi-finals, they beat Cameroon. I am very sorry to say that, everything stands for Egypt in this particular encounter. The reason why Senegal will have to beat Burkina Faso on that day, even when I had predicted that Burkina Faso were going to triumph over them, was because of Sadio Mane. I am thinking that if Sadio Mane to come to the fore just as it did in the previous match, then they are going to prove, or Senegal are going to really, really give Egypt a very, very, very tough moment. But I still stand to my assertion that maybe this Afcon might be going to Egypt again. I don't know for others, but I think that even the kind of confidence we have built upon in this right from the beginning to this stage, I don't think they will leave this one for the Senegalese.
Oh,
Okay, Mohammed. Okay, so Abeku, what are you going to say about this one?
Yes, I think for this particular final tomorrow, I think I'll lean slightly towards Senegal because this is the second time Senegal is going to the final on the road, and it's going to be a dagger in their hearts if they try and lose that particular final again to another North African country. But as we said, Egypt has experience, they've won it 7 times, looking for their 8th opportunity, and this time for them to Salah to prove point that he is up for the Ballon d'Or. But looking at the performance between Senegal and Egypt, I think, as Mohamed said, Egypt started slowly and they are now trying to build the confidence. But even if you look at their game, they are looking at their goal rate, it is less than under 2.5. And in the final, you don't even need too much goals. You even need a goal, and you can sail through. But I think I'll go in for Senegal to carry the day because of their previous like progress to the final, and this time around they are going for the second time continuously. They have the experience to play the finals compared to Egypt, because even though Egypt have taken a lot of trophies, but looking at the team that have gone to the final, I think Senegal has more experience than Egypt.
Okay, so still on Abeku. Abeku, so what is going to be your final say based on the Chris Houghton and Afcon finals as we are drawing the curtain? So what is going to be your final say?
So I think let's hope there's going to be a magic for Houston to be able to qualify, because like the best approach was to take Otoado, play the 2 matches, then now can appoint Chris Houston. No matter what happens, whether Otoado qualifies us to the World Cup or not, we bring in the new coach to come and start the journey. And Afcon, as I said, I tip Senegal to carry the day.
Okay, all right. So to Mohammed, as we are drawing the curtains, you heard Abeku Kingsley's final say. So what are you also going to say on Chris Houghton and the Afcon finals? Who do you think is going to carry the day coming 6th February? That's tomorrow.
Well, I think he's going to have a tough moment, but I'm a Ghanaian, and so I will throw my weight behind him now that he has been appointed. I wish him the best, and I hope that we qualify for the World Cup, because the World Cup, we can't afford to not go to World Cup this time around. I think in 2018, Charlie, we suffer. In 2018, but I had to just try my best to support Argentina because I didn't have my favorite last teammates, and so I think it's just a matter of time. Let's see what he brings on board, given the fact that he has started even speaking to this foreign. But hey, let's be guided. These particular players, I am thinking that they are not the solution to the problems we have. So maybe let's pray that when they come, they are able to stand up and then help us to qualify. But afterwards, we need to look deeper into whatever issues we have. And then with the Afcon final, I'm really scared. I mean, I get scared anytime I see the Egyptian team. They are not playing anything better, but they have shown us that they are a tournament team. They are composed, even when under pressure. They know how to. They'll try and then try their best to make sure that they take Senegal to the extra time. And when it gets there, because they are, and I think we'll end on what we discussed about concerning penalty shootout. So, Cyril, over to you.
All right, so Cyril, as you said, over to you.
Interesting take by both panelists. Interesting take by both panelists. Now, to start with the first part, Chris Houghton's appointment, I think they need to give him time and they also need to support him. But I pray the GFA doesn't interfere with his work. If they interfere, he won't be successful. They should give him the room for him to work. And I hope Otuado too would understand the fact that he should learn on the job. Hopefully that in the next 3-4 years, he could become the Black Stars coach. And I heard our friends talked about the fact that he feels club football is different from national team football. That's true, but club football is more intensive than national team. You are playing game week in, week out. You need to change tactics week in, week out. So if you're able to handle a club side very well, you should be able to do that of a national team. Now, I think with the winner of the Afcon, have you guys realized something? It looks like Senegal, they find the lucky charm, Edouard Mendy. The guy goes to final. He's the most blessed player in history. In the space of a year, he has been to about 5 finals.
Yeah.
So, I would want Senegal to win, but you see, Egypt, they are just greedy. They don't share their cake. They are like the kid who comes to class with 8 topics, 7 topics, and wants to take your extra one from you. They are not going to share. If Senegal can win, they need to win within normal time. Because West African teams, this is another topic for another day. We are bad when it comes to penalties. We fear. If it goes to extra time and it gets to penalties, and you're a Senegalese fan, just put off your TV and go and sleep. Thank you.
All right. So if it comes to penalties and you're supporting Senegal, just put off your TV and find a place and sleep. Or better still, make sure you eat before you watch the game. Otherwise, your food, you might end up giving it to the dogs or the cats. Okay, so viewers, if you're watching us once again, Footnote Sports Trivia is still ongoing. You can register your name, and as I told you, it's free. The fact we are saying is register your name doesn't mean we are going to take a dime from you. We are not going to take any money. It's totally free. You can either call us or WhatsApp us or email us, or better still, you can write your name at the comment section. Okay, so here marks the end of the program. Thank you, Cyril, Muhammad, and Abeku. No. Thank you for coming, brothers, and I will see you in our next episode as we begin our sports trivia. Our next episode, we are starting with our sports trivia. So I think we're going to start with Muhammad and Cyril for our viewers to see how well they know their team. I know Muhammad supports Barcelona, whereas Cyril also supports Chelsea. And probably I might I might
join. I need to join because I need to win the prize.
Yes, Cyril, come again.
Their president is just buying like
all right, viewers. All right, it's our time, and see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.
The time has come. Push up, we're living forever. This is the time. Footnote forever. Go call your homies. This is the time. I'ma go subscribe. Footnote Sports, we're living.